Video we will check how to create a firewall rules over the GCP. For creating the firewall rules over the Terraform documentation, we have to search the Google Compute Firewall. Here it is. So as per the documentation, we have to define this resources of as here we have to define the resource and then the resource name. After that, with which name the firewall rule will be created. After that, which type of protocol is it? What will be the port numbers? And what will be the source type. So let's check the code which I created. So over the above sides, in the previous videos, we we try to create a VPC, subnets, static IPs. After that, try to create a VMs and that particular VM having the static IPs, internal as well as the external. Now we are talking about the custom VPC. Over there, we created the subnets and subnets having some dedicated CIDR range. And if we're talking about the production environment over there, we are using the VMs, and that particular VMs will use either for the application purpose or for the database purpose. And for using the VMs over the environment, we need to allow some type of traffic. Like if we are using it for the web hosting application, then we need to enable the traffic which is coming from port 80 or 443. So let's talk about how we are going to create a firewall resource. So over the resource, we have to define the Google Compute Firewall. After that, assign the name of that particular resource. In our scenario, this will be the resource name, and then with which name it's going to create a firewall rule. So over the name, you have to define the firewall rule name, and over the network section, again we have to follow the same practice. First of all, define the resource network resource, and then the resource name. After that, supply the name. It will automatically pick the information from the network field. So here you can check that over the VPC, we created the VPC this with and that particular VPC coming with this name, and it will automatically pick uh, using these parameters. After that, we are going to define the descriptions and then the priority of that particular rule. Here we are going to enable the port 80 and 443 over the global IP address range. Here we are going to define it. So suppose if application is using the VM to host any type of web hosting applications, and then that particular web hosting application will be accessible over the globe. So that's why we are going to define the source IP range will be 0.0.0.0/0, and it will fall under the all IP address available over the globe. Anyone can hit the application on port number 80 or 443. Now we are talking about the another rule. Over the custom VPC, by default, no rules are available, so we have to define these rules. Otherwise, environment will not work, or traffic will not reach out to the respective VMs. So if we're talking about how to ping any type of virtual machines to check the connectivity, for that particular thing, ICMP protocol is responsible. And here, just for the testing purpose, I'm going to enable the complete source IP range. But if we're talking about the production environment, either ICMP protocol is disabled, and if any scenario we are going to use the ICMP protocol, just make sure that you have to supply the required source range. Now, next is to enable the port 22 will be used for accessing the VM via CLI. So that's why we are going to enable the port. Again, I'm going to supply the complete source range, source IP range, but If we're talking about the production environment, you have to define the custom CIDR range, whatever you are using it for the production purpose. The another rule which I'm going to enable is it's related to the internet connectivity with VM. So here the source IP range, I'm going to define the complete IP range, which is we can define it over the VPC. Also, I'm going to supply the dedicated subnet range from which we am taking the IP. So for the custom subnet, here I created the custom subnet, and that particular custom subnet having this /24 CIDR range. So that's why I'm going to define this dedicated CIDR range with complete VPC maximum CIDR range over there. Now let me save the file and try to fire the Terraform init command. It's going to initialize the Terraform. After that, need to check the syntax of the Terraform file using the Terraform plan. And once everything seems fine, we are going to apply the Terraform. It's going to create 9 different resources. So let's say yes. Let's wait for a couple of seconds till the time it's going to create our resources. It's just about to complete. Now check the resources over there. Refresh the page. Now it's creating this VM with these IPs. Now the time to check the firewall rules. It's again inside the VPC network section and check the firewalls. We created all the firewall rules with Terraform inside the name. So these are the four Terraform firewall rules. Let's check one by one. Here you can see that priority of the firewall rule is 1000, which we define over the Terraform file. Here it's defining the source filter range from where the traffic is allowed, and you can see that this firewall rule is applied on this VM to allow the ICMP protocol. The next firewall rule is to allow the internal network. So these are that particular rule is applied on this range, and with having the complete IP, complete port range available with TCMP as well as the UDP. Another one is related to the SSH. SSH is allowed with complete CIDR range. And the next one is related to the port 80 and 443 traffic. It's allowed with complete CIDR range. Thanks, guys.